And how are you doing today? So, let me ask you a question. Are you being your authentic you? That's the topic we're going to be talking about today. My name is Karen. I help frustrated online entrepreneurs who lost their joy get more yeses in their business. So let's be joyful. So, I actually was a guest this morning on a podcast. I've been a for a very long time. Um, the woman wanted me camera ready for 6 a.m. and it was a joy to be on. It was a joy. I had such a good time. But yeah, there was an element about it that required me to be my authentic me. And at 6 o'clock in the morning, I gotta tell you, being my authentic me took a little bit of doing. Because, in the morning, sometimes you just kind of like, don't look at me, don't talk to me. So, yeah, so I was my authentic me at 6 in the morning. So, Facebook is still doing the bizarrest things. I cannot see comments. I can't see who's on. So if you're here, please drop a comment below. Hopefully I'll see it. And if not, I will answer comments afterwards. So let me ask you, in your day-to-day life, and then let me just back up for a second. Being my authentic self at 6 in the morning, it's kind of a joy for me. It was so much fun. And what I discovered, because true confessions, I'm always transparent, is that for a very long time, I showed the world one face, but behind the mask, a whole other me. Problem with that is that very often you end up being a little lonely because people aren't seeing the real you. So I'll ask you the question again. Are you being your authentic you? Because there's so much that you have to offer in the world. I know when I was behind a mask, when I was not being my authentic me, I was trying to hide. I just was. I didn't feel good about myself. I didn't feel good about what I was saying, what I was thinking. I was always looking for other people's approval. Have you ever had that? Have you ever had those times where you're just not quite sure of what you're thinking about something, what you're feeling about something, or you're checking with those around you to see if they agree with you, they disagree with you. For me, that usually happened when I wasn't secure in my position, in my thinking about whatever it was. So you might be having this experience, and I don't know, but I know people have this experience that you just started your own business and you're not 100% convinced that you're going to be successful. And so you tell your friends, or maybe you share with your spouse who's not particularly supportive, and you're feeling a little bit on edge. And, so the mask you put up is that mask of, yes, I could do this. But deep down, you're not so sure, right? doesn't have to be about business. It could be about anything, right? It could be about anything. You just, you put up this front, but inside that place, you're not so sure. So instead of saying, I don't know about that, I'm not so sure about that, let me get more information about that so I can be sure, we kind of hide away and, this kind of stuff. And that's okay to do. No judgment. No, 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 no judgment. It's totally okay to do. It just in my experience, because I've done it a lot over time. It's really lonely to do that. Right? Do you feel me? This is resonating. This is making sense. One of my core beliefs, my core values, is honesty. This kind of goes hand in hand with honesty. Because if we can't be honest with others, with ourselves, the road we hoe feels more difficult. And again, lonelier. Because we're not allowing the people that we feel safe around. No, we don't want to be vulnerable with people that will harm us physically, mentally, emotionally, psychologically. We don't want to. We want to, people that are being abusive with us, we actually want to get away from and get to safety. We always want to be safe. But people that are tearing us down, oh, who you think you are, starting your own business, you can't do that. You should be doing this. Ever experienced that? Those are the people you don't necessarily want to share with. People you want to share with are those people that are supporting you, lifting you up, cheering you on, like me. Those are the people that it's okay to go, I don't know. I never really thought about it. I don't have a clear sense. Maybe you can. Maybe you've done this before. Maybe you've done Facebook Lives. Maybe you've done, whatever. Can you show me how? So I could feel better. So I could be more my authentic self. So I don't have to hide. I've hid for a long time. I wore that mask in my professional life. I don't actually think any of my coworkers, well, that's not true. I could think of a couple, handful maybe, that actually knew the real me. Actually knew the real me. Most had no clue because I never let them. And that's okay. It wasn't, looking back, it wasn't an environment that I felt safe revealing my real self. Must feel safe. But it is a harder way to go. It is a harder way to go. So I'd love to know what your thoughts are. Are you being your authentic you? And if you find that you're not, no judgment, but we spoke about this yesterday. Is this something that you might consider in 2022? And if the answer is no, that's fine. There's good reason why we wear that mask. There's 100% good reason why we wear that mask. Totally cool. Totally cool. I'm not advocating that you do something. I'm not advocating that you don't do something. I just put things out there. Pick up the mantle as you feel it's appropriate for you. Leave whatever doesn't make sense to you. Because for some of us, me a few years ago, someone would have said that. I would have either said, yeah, I'm doing my authentic self. Yeah, I'm good. Or, no, 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 no. No, no. And again, that's all fine. We wear a mask for a reason. All good. But I did find a joy. Just from the inside out, a joy being on that podcast, being a podcast guest this morning and speaking about my authentic story. There is a joy about it. Yeah. So that's really kind of all that I was going to chat with you about today. I'd love to know your thoughts on the topic. Drop a comment below. If this resonated with you, feel free to share it. If you're not on my newsletter, get on my newsletter. Fun stuff coming up. I want you to be among the first. So KarenBromberg.com, hop onto my newsletter, and I will see you tomorrow. Have a great day.